And a fellow we always like talking to. Good morning, Glen Kelly. How are you? Let's try that. It's on. Let's try it again. Glen Kelly, good morning.
How are you, mate?
I'm good. What's happening in your world?
Oh, well, we're back down in Brisbane here this week. It's a pretty busy week. Obviously, budget's just around the corner in next sitting. So, fair bit going on down here. I don't know what it's like up home.
It's bloody cold. That's what it's like up at home.
Yeah, well, she's pretty cool down this end of the world, so there's a few beanies getting around. But anyway, it is winter time, isn't it?
Oh, well, it is. This is winter in Queensland. I guess it's a lot colder south of the border, thank heavens. Now, it's interesting. It is budget time. Any news? Because it's saying that Mr. Janetsky is going to be looking at targeting relief to Queenslanders who are still struggling without damaging the actual budget and the amount of money we already owe.
Well, look, Queenslanders are struggling, mate, and there's been a lot of money that was promised into things that, from the previous government, talk about pie in the sky stuff, you know. Christopher and Janetsky, they're back to the reality of things, and I mean, some things we just have to go without, and there's other things that we can't. And they focus very heavily on the things that are so important to the Queenslanders, let alone Central Queensland, let alone the people of Morenni. So obviously there's more to come in next sitting. But look, it is what it is. I've only been in the game 6 months, and I can certainly see a big difference in what Christopher's government are doing and the strengths they have. So I'm certainly sure there'll be some good outcomes.
We hope so. We certainly need some. Now, the Gambling Community Benefit Fund is kicking off. Colin Boy spoke about that yesterday.
Yeah. So the Christopher government, they've launched this. It's the 124 of the Gambling Community Benefit Fund. It's really good. It grants up to 100,000. Now, the previous Gambling Community Benefit Fund, it was up to 35,000, and I think the electorate of Morenni, there was from $8,000 to $35,000 worth of benefits went through from one end of the electorate to the other. And I mean, so this is a pretty important thing, you know. It just gives opportunity for people, obviously organisations, to help organisations that are not for profit, and these organisations, mate, they always come back to the communities, people that do the work for nothing, but all they want is a little bit of support, whether it be a barbecue or a change room for this or air conditioning for this. It just means so much to them. Maybe a lawnmower, you know. But this obviously this grant's got a fair bit more beef about it.
Yes.
So I mean, this could certainly help issues with infrastructure, whether it be a shed or something like that, you know. So, no, it's really good, mate.
Never goes astray. And you had Brent Mickelberg up last week. He didn't pop by for a chat.
Well, the big fella, we had him for 2 days, Dale, and we started off in Mackay. We caught up with cane growers. We caught up with the people from Lotus Creek up there, including in that visit was the Isaac Regional Council Mayor, Kelly Vivi, and she's working hard in that country up in there for the Isaac region. But he's a gentleman that backed me 100% right through the campaign, stood beside me, stood behind me, kept pushing me along when things were down. But Brent's the perfect man for the job for this transport and main roads, because I think outside of health, it's probably one of the biggest issues we have in Queensland is our roads. Well,
look at the Bruce Highway. What did he think of the Bruce Highway, Glen?
Well, I showed him it's a little area there just north of Carmilla, and I call it the blue whale coming out of the middle of the road at Spider Creek, and it'll be about 40 metres long, and he just couldn't believe it. And that issue's been there for about 5 years, and having a sign there certainly wasn't going to fix it. So I know that he's just going to, it'll be happening basically straight away to fix it. He was gobsmacked. But no, Brent, he's a good guy. He works hard, and I will say this for him, just to actually get a minister in Morenni to show him the issues for these roads and catching up with constituents. We're at the Cabra pub and, just looking at things that if the minister doesn't see it, well, then sometimes they don't get it. But for these guys to actually see it meant a hell of a lot to the people in the electorate, and it was a good trip.
And I've got to say that, yes, it's bad to the north, but it's also horrendous to the south for us in Rocky.
Oh, mate, it is. And the poor old Bruce, it's not the traffic it's getting now, it's the future of the traffic. Like, it's only going to increase. And so the poor old Bruce Highway should have been looked at originally 20 years ago, what we were going to do, not in 2025. And so they got a big road ahead of them, mate.
Do you think they'll be ready for the Olympics? Because we've got Olympic events happening right along the Bruce Highway, and that's going to mean a lot of extra traffic for visitors.
Mate, 100%. You got to realise, I think people do. With the Olympics, obviously, we will get that rowing in Rocky there. But, the amount of people just in athletes, let alone the people coming to Olympic event and having it in Rockhampton or having it in regional Queensland is going to bring a lot of extra traffic to any sort of roads, whether it be dirt or bitumen, because it's going to allow the bush to actually get to see an Olympics Games.
Yeah.
And when it's come to them, they're not going to miss out on that opportunity. These roads are going to get a hiding when those days actually come,
So we need to get them fixed. I just hope Brent's making it happen. I know they're working on the Yeppen floodplain where the Bruce Highway meets the Capricorn Highway. And I must admit, I drive that every day. I didn't find it too bad. And I just wonder, are we still doing works as were planned, or have they said, no, these are now priority jobs? It'd be good to talk to Brent about that if you get a chance to remind him.
Yeah. I actually spoke to Brent yesterday. You'll get a buzz from him this week. But he, obviously, with the Rocky Ring Road and the amount of money that's been pushed into there over the last couple of years and to come, there's also a lot of areas of the Bruce that's not good. We got 400k of it in Morenni, and there's some pretty dodgy bits in it. So but there's been a lot of money localised in that Rocky Ring Road. I know that, and I think there's 18 bridges of only one's been completed. So there's a fair few polings to go on the ground yet for that project, so a lot's going to happen. It's big.
Hey, Glenn, always good to talk to you, mate, and we'll look forward to chatting to you. And thanks for having Brent give us a buzz. I'll look forward to chatting to him. That'll be fun.
You're all, mate, and take care, right?
Okay, thank you. Glen Kelly, member for Moranny. Always good to catch up with Glenn. He's got a down-to-earth way of approaching life.